Paycheck to paycheck. How can you have a decent income, a steady income, and you are living paycheck to paycheck? Like, I can't fathom it. Do you know how people are living poor and wretched lives in the trenches? I don't even want to mention in Africa, in other places, even in Europe, in the United States. People are living the street life, but you're earning income. You have a stable income and you're living paycheck to like. So this is something many people are going through. And that's the more reason why I think we need to like call our attention to it and make conscious effort to do something. So I'll just be like taking you through a person's story, um, the experience the person has been going through, and let's see how we can learn from it. So this person said, "Hey, replies, bro. I'm 32 years old, and to be honest, I'm feeling completely overwhelmed financially. A few years ago, I thought I was doing everything right. I had a decent job, a steady income, and I believed that if I worked hard enough, things would eventually fall into place. But today, I find myself living paycheck to paycheck. Every month feels like a race against bills. My rent has gone up. Groceries costs more than ever. And it seems like every time I save a little money, an unexpected expense wipes it all out. I've got credit card debt that keeps growing because I'm using one bill to pay another. The worst part is that I don't know where to start. I hear people talking about investing, building wealth, and creating passive income, but I'm struggling just to make it to the next payday. Sometimes I lie awake at night wondering if I will ever own a home, become debt free, or have enough money to give my family the life they deserve. I know something has to change, but I honestly don't know what my next step should be. Replies, bro, if you've ever been in this situation, what advice would you give someone like me? So I just try to help people on this channel. I just try to help people. I'm not like certified. I didn't go to school to study finance, accounting, but whatever you go to school to study is just elementary. In life, do you understand? Then you need to be street smart. You need to be experientially smart. You need to learn also from people who have practically taken these steps, who are walking the walk and talking the talk. Do you understand? So um it's if I'm looking at your story and I can see you said you have a decent job, a steady income, and it's quite sad because I can clearly see from here that you are not um cleverly tracking and allocating money to the right places. The way I see this story is like you just spend as you feel. Oh, I need to buy this. Oh, this looks good. Oh, this car looks good. Oh, this ring looks shiny. Oh, this house decoration is so wonderful. If you just allow your feelings take control, no matter how much you earn, it will not it will not be like you are free. You will not feel that feeling of freedom. Do you get? Because you stated here now, I don't know everything about your life, your finances. I don't know. But you stated here, you have a decent job. You have steady income. But yet, for you, you said you also work hard. You're hoping things will eventually fall in place. Man, you need to grab the bull by the horn. You don't just hope for things to fall in place. Grab the bull by the horn. Start taking measures to correct those mistakes. I always tell people, pay yourself first. Like when you receive your salary, you don't just say, "Oh, I want to pay for this, pay for that." How much is going to go into your savings? How much is going to go into your investment? You need that. You really need that. Like you said, you are living paycheck to paycheck. So that it clearly means that you don't even have an emergency fund. I always advise have, and some people say 3 months, I would say 6 months, and for some people 1 year. How long did COVID last? COVID took a long time. What if another COVID comes? So have your emergency fund that should last at least 6 months. It could be up to 1 year or more, but at least 6 months, so that when emergencies of life come up, you don't have to like start running helter skelter. One thing is, once you're able to build that habit of getting your emergency funds, along the line, you see you formed good habit of saving, good habit of investing. Because that discipline that you used to have that emergency fund will help you. You are very lucky that you still have that decent job, you have that steady income. But like it's not an excuse. There's no reason why. I don't know your salary, but there's no. But I would postulate that you earn above average, average and above. I would postulate that. So there's no reason why you should be living paycheck to paycheck. Yes, there are different stages of wealth. There's a stage where you can be comfortable. You might not be wealthy, you might not be rich, but you might just be very comfortable. And if you are having a decent job, if you are having a steady income, you should be comfortable. Are you cutting your coat according to your size? So that's something I'm even reading here. Sometimes I lie awake at night wondering if I'll ever own a home, become debt free. It's nice to own a home, but at this point, you are not even debt free. So don't just put another liability over yourself, getting a house. Because probably that's how, oh, you imagine things. Oh, I wish I could get a car. Oh, I wish. It's nice to get those things if you can afford it. That is why it's important to invest in assets, and those assets will produce you income that you can now use to enjoy yourself. But if you are just spending on the good things of life without investing, that is a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe to continue to live paycheck to paycheck. You can't be living hand to mouth forever. You shouldn't be living hand to mouth forever. So, like, debt free. How much debt? How much debt? Like, I don't know, there's some people that have credit card debt. Credit card debt, that's very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Well, I would say it's very tricky. If you can live your life without debts, I think that is good, because it gives peace of mind. Yeah, you want to. So the thing is, there are some people that have this very high level of discipline, high level of research. It can work using debt to get rich. Yeah, but for the vast, will I say vast majority, they get sunk in the life of debt. So I don't think borrowing is for everyone. It's not easy to get to that stage to borrow your way to success. It's not impossible. It's not so rare, but it's very tricky. You hear a lot about the success stories, but what about those failure stories? There are some people that because of the borrow, they are not able to dig out of the grave they dig for themselves. They're not able to come out of that grave. So you have to be very careful about debt. And the worst of them all is like credit card debt or debt you use to play bets or play lottery. Like those are extremely very risky things. And for credit card, it's not really wise. Except if you are among the selected few, the exceptional, who are able to use that leverage. But I would say, yeah, credit card debt, I would say generally, I don't advise it. Use what you have in hand, use that to grow gradually. So the thing about borrowing is because you want quick, and sometimes quick money can can lead to fire at the end. So man, you just it's something you need to really. You say you want to have enough money to give your family the life you deserve. That's a good vision. That's a good vision. But I'm someone that believes there's always a time for everything. Now, if you put that burden, there are some people that put the burden, they want to help their family. They continually give finances, not give to help this and that, to help those family, nephews, cousins, nieces, brothers, sisters, and their growth becomes stunted. It's good to give. Don't get me mistaken. It's good to give, but give within budget. It could be maybe 5% of your income. 10% might be pushing it. Give. Do you understand? Giving is good because if you give freely, you're not expecting any immediate benefit, even though in the long run there might be some benefit, but just give freely, give with peace of mind, give and forget about that. It helps. But when there's need for moderation in everything, but when you give even beyond your capacity, then that's a very risky venture. It can work out for some lucky few, exceptional, rare, work out for some lucky few, but like generally you need to give within your budget. So helping family should not be something that should be a priority. If I read you correct, you're saying you have debt at the moment. That is something you need to tackle. Now the question, is it a high interest debt? Is it a low interest debt? Is it a kind of debt that is suffocating you? If it's something like that, you need to strike it out. You need to strike it out. The thing is, you need to, yeah, you said your rent has gone up, grocery costs more than ever. Those are just stories. Grocery costs, everything. Inflation is part of life. Inflation is part of life. So things will most likely keep increasing. Yeah, on some rare occasions it might decrease, but generally things go up. The law of gravity. Everything that goes up comes down. Inflation sometimes is not always like that. Do you understand? So regarding the rent, like, do you think it's time for you to now get a new place, a cheaper place, a more affordable place? You need to consider these things. Could you get a slightly maybe farther but cheaper? Or could you just look at yourself and just, okay, for this certain period when I want to pay back my debt, it's better to have a cheaper place. See, because let me tell you, I don't know the difference in the rent, but like housing is one of the most expensive things that we as humans pay for. Housing, it could be mortgage, it could be rent. It's very expensive, one of the most expensive things. So you need to be very careful, because if you have a life that you are being choked, Hmm? You need to like ask, where can you cut expenses so that you can breathe in fresh air? See, when you have debt surrounding you, like, it causes depression, mental disorder. There's some people that lose it. They not. They lose it because of financial struggles. So financial, like, life is going to be challenging. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor, life is going to be challenging. But you need to focus, you need to calculate, you need to do your research. You need to make sure you are making decisions that won't jeopardize your success. Do you understand? So you really need to like settle down, go to the drawing board, write things down. Do you understand? How can you eliminate your debt? I would advise you, if you, in the process of eliminating your debt, remove credit card. Your goal is to get out of the habit of using credit card. Don't use credit card anymore. See, there's a level you would reach. You can't do what every other person is doing, what the average Joe is doing. There's a level that if you're like really really struggling, you can't be doing what the average people are doing, what you see them doing. People paint their lives to be beautiful on the exterior. You don't know what they're going through inside. So you can't be doing what you see everybody doing. But do you understand? Also, if you are rich, the things you do will be different. If you are like really wealthy, and when I mean rich and wealthy, I mean not just in possessions. I mean both in possessions and in the mindset. Because there's one thing: some people can become rich, but even very few people, even fewer people, can stay rich. Some people become rich, but they lose it. They lose it all. Some people become bankrupt. But there are some people that can stay rich. They get there and they stay rich. And there are some that even their riches, their wealth, transcends into their descendants. Do you understand? But the thing is, you have to start from somewhere. You have to start from somewhere. How can you cut costs? Because see, the issue is, if you continue to live this life of paycheck to paycheck, if you don't watch it before you know it, it might start affecting your mental acuity. It might start causing depression. When you're supposed to be focusing at work, different things come into your mind. You'll be like, oh, when will the next salary enter? How I wish the salary can come 2 or 3 days earlier. How I wish the salary can come now. So many things you have to think about. So take the steps. Do it now. Don't wait. Cut your costs. If it means changing your rent, change your rent. And I believe the next time we speak, you will have a better story to share. All right, you guys, well done. And if you're watching, enjoying, feel free to subscribe.